Okay, hi. It is February 16th, and I really feel like the Lord is speaking to me, especially through this chapter, Hebrews 11, which is oftentimes called the Hall of Faith, because it lists many Old Testament figures who are known for their great faith. The lives of these men and women are powerful examples of how trusting in God and His promises can prepare us to withstand incredible adversity while holding on to our faith. So by faith, and I don't know if this is dumb, Lord, but by faith, I don't think I'm going to go to my grad school interview because I was going to go to it as a safety net, but that's not full faith. That's me saying, okay, I'm going to go just to have a safety net in case like something happens, blah, blah. But is that the life that God wants us to live? No, He wants us to live like He's my safety net. So yeah, and I feel like, I didn't even say, but like I feel like God's gonna do something like this year, especially like towards the end of the year, where I'm not even gonna go to grad school. Like even if I like were to do the application and everything, I mean go to the interview and do all that stuff, I feel like I won't even have time to go to grad school for what is about to happen at the end of this year. And yeah, so I'm stepping out on faith. And it's scary. It's not easy because, like I said, it's facing all that adversity. I don't know what I might face in these few months to come, or in maybe after, maybe next year. I don't know what I'm going to face, but I know I have God, and there is a part of me that is doubting, and it's like, what if God isn't telling you this? Like, what if He's, like, it's like, are you being stupid? Like, are you being lazy? Blah, blah. But I know it's part of me, but also not part of, because, like, part of me really does want to do God's will, and I do love when God challenges me, but then another part of me is like, I still like a little safety, you know what I mean? And like the most logical thing is for me to go to grad school, especially like having a sociology degree. Everyone's always telling you, oh, you're not gonna make that much money. Oh, you know that, they don't pay that well, or you're gonna have to get your master's to like be able to like, get paid well, all this stuff. And like everyone's always like, just go back to school. Why not just go back to school? And I'm just like, yeah, true, but I can't listen to people. I feel like God is really calling me to something else. He's calling me to create. He's calling me to continue in the sanctification. He's calling me to continue to be sanctified by Him and continue in walking in salvation in Jesus Christ. And I've been learning so much more about myself that don't involve going back to school. And yeah, again, part of me is like, dang, am I messing up? But I'm stepping out of faith, and I'm not going to go. So I'm just recording this because I know I'll be showing this somewhere to prove that without faith, you have nothing. And without faith, you're just going to continue to live in fear. You're going to continue to look to other people for like, what? Is there a bug in here? Oh my gosh. Sorry. But you're going to continue to look for other people for approval, to other people for approval instead of yourself. And so I'm looking to God for approval and no one else. And yeah, and the sermon today was just so good. It was talking about the undoing and how it was talking about like David and Goliath and how David's like, okay, basically I'm gonna fight him, and everyone's like, why would even his own brother Eliab or whatever, he's like, why would you go fight him? Like, you're prideful and you're all this stuff. But he was putting stuff on David that David's not even. Like, David didn't show any signs of pride or blah blah. And then as we know, David became a great leader. He always won the battles. Like, he was a man after God's own heart. And if he listened to other people telling him he shouldn't fight Goliath, if he listened to Saul saying put this armor on, like, because that's the armor Saul wore, if he listened to that, he would have lost. David's like, no, God equipped me. I tend to the sheep. God equipped me. I already have all I need. I have my little sling and my thing. If he were to put that armor on that Saul used, God equipped Saul for that armor, not David. So we have to figure out what God equipped us with. And so that's what I'm figuring out now. What did you equip me with? And I'm learning so much. When I'm in a good space, when I'm in my word, when I'm with the Lord, connected to the Lord, I love people differently. I'm more joyful. I give out more love. But when I'm like moody attitude, I hate the world, I want to be alone, I want to be in isolation, I want to blah blah blah, and that I recognize that that's not me. So yeah, and I want to host, I want to just be loving and show God's love. A lot of people, so many people work, you know, and I want to be a reliever. I feel like this past year and coming into this year too, well, past year and this year, I've noticed that, like, since I don't pay a lot of bills and stuff, or like, well, I don't pay any bills, and I'm able to like use my money freely, God has me blessing others through that. A lot of people have bills, and I love to have fun, and that's one of my love languages, like spending time with people, quality time. And I'm able to just bless others because God has been blessing me, and what I get from my time with God, I'm able to give to others. And so that's what I've been noticing. I still have a lot of work to do on myself, but God is really cultivating something in me that I'm excited to see, you know, and I probably won't see it, obviously, while I'm alive. We see that all the people that had great faith, they saw a bit of God's promises, but they didn't see the full thing of God's promises. So it's not my job to see God's promises, like the full of what he wants me to carry out. It's other people's, the legacy that I leave and the love that I leave. So let's walk by faith.